Okay. So we talk a lot about what we love, which is the web, the technologies, Ruby, and so on. And I have the sense, or to my perspective, that we don't talk as much as we should about what we can do with what we love. And specifically, we're sort of scientists, like we're experts in the technology that we're working in. That's what we revel in. But so we're building because we enjoy that. But I think it's important to keep in mind the significance of disruption and our power to disrupt, our power to change the way that things are done in society through the technologies we build. And that there's a lot of progress yet to be done and a lot of great improvements to be made. And it takes a focus on finding those opportunities to bring us to that next stage. So for example, these are 3 major parts of the economy which are basically run by ivory tower priesthoods. So you have lawyers who create this whole language of legal documents which is inscrutable except to them, specifically so that they can make themselves valuable to be hired and so on. So, and then the government's some 30 to 40% of the economy, and there's been very little real opportunity in bringing the sort of Ruby way, the agile perspective into government. So I have a project that I'm working on which is not really ready for regular people, but it's online, and hopefully it'll be ready in a few months. It's called VoteReports, and the idea is helping people to know who they should be voting for without having to default to something like a party label or something. And it's built on a system of politician report cards where a user creates, like, flags legislation that they approve or disapprove of, and we score the politician based on those votes on those bills. So this is incidental. This is a way to find, for instance, that like what the rep for this area stands on a certain issue, like the wildlife. But and I think that has power to affect the way that political parties and so on are responsible to their constituencies. After all, unaccountable politicians are basically a legend or a truism these days. So my suggestion, or the way I go about these things is I start with the problem, and I've asked people, what do you think is the biggest problem in the world today, the most important problem, and start with that, or start with a list of those, and follow that problem, and go where it leads you. And I'm not sure VoteReports will end up being what I hope it will end up being, but I know that it's important for myself and hopefully folks like you guys to follow these problems to their end. And so I have a call to action, as Virgil would say. Go forth to conquer and win great victories. All right, thanks.